We're continuing to track the impacts of federal funding freezes in our region, how it's affecting the city of Talent as they continue to rebuild after the Alameda fire.
Plus, Governor Tina Kotek says affordable housing will once again be a top priority. What you need to know about Housing Bill 2138.
And our next system is here. We're tracking rain and some high elevation snow for today, but it's not amounting to much. We'll break down what you can expect for your Tuesday coming up.
Live, local, late breaking. This is NewsWatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. It is 6 a.m. on March 4th. Welcome to NewsWatch 12 this morning. I'm Brinkley Hill.
And I'm Damon Alvarado. We first want to turn to Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress with a look at our weather this morning.
Yeah, this morning we're tracking rain that is moving its way in and some snow as well, but it really is very light this morning. Impacts are going to be minimal with this system. Even seeing some showers push along the Cascades this morning, but like I mentioned, not too many impacts. A very light amount of rain with this system. Looking at it, Talent this morning, current temperatures are about 43 degrees, so not too bad. We'll see our temperatures make it up into the lower 50s for the Rogue Valley today. Cloudy skies as we're starting out this morning, but sunshine will make it in as we're heading into the second half of our day when we do see the system begin to break up a bit more. Much lighter showers, especially as we do head over east of the Cascades. If we do see any amounts of snow, it'll likely be trace amounts. Now, as we're heading into the evening, that's when we begin to dry out, and then we are tracking that next system that is going to come in tomorrow. So we have a short dry period overnight tonight, and then that'll also bring light amount of precipitation with it, but we're keeping a closer eye on Thursday. We could see a bit more snow over to the east side, but coming up in our next forecast, we'll break down what you can expect to the end of the week.
Funding freezes, layoffs, and rescinded grants are impacting many parts of the community. The Oregon Urban, Rural, and Community Forestry is a local nonprofit organization. Its funding has been affected by Trump freezes and cuts. A $600,000 grant contract from the Arbor Day Foundation has been retracted. Those funds go towards a program to remove hazardous trees and replaces them with a healthy urban canopy. It's a program that aims to help the disadvantaged and fire-affected communities. They say providing shade and a screen of fire resistance through the trees can be life and death.
We always thought that, you're backed by the federal government. The federal government is one of the ones that you can trust to fulfill its obligations, and we're finding that's not the case.
With multiple projects still needed to be done, some projects are unable to be completed because of the funds being taken back. The organization is working to find other funding streams to meet the needs of the community faces. The group rethinking how they'll fund projects moving forward.
The Jackson County Emergency Management launched the new Jackson Alert system. Now, this replaces Citizens Alert, which served both Jackson and Josephine counties. Josephine County will continue to use Citizens Alert. The service offers evacuation notices, weather warnings, and emergency updates. If you previously had an account with Citizens Alert, that account has been moved to Jackson Alerts. A link to access Jackson Alerts can be found on our website.
In Siskiyou County, CAL FIRE is hosting a livestock pass training ahead of fire season. This training is for commercial livestock operators to get a livestock pass, and that pass is a permit that will allow livestock operators access to evacuation zones to care for their livestock this fire season. This training is the only way to get a livestock pass, and it will be held Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at CAL FIRE's headquarters in Wairika.
The Lakeview Volunteer Fire Department is offering open burn permits to the community members starting this week. Open burning is only allowed between March 1st and November 1st with a permit, and residents must also follow guidelines, including certain weather conditions, pile size, and permit hours. A list of those burning requirements can be found online.
Today, crews from the city of Klamath Falls will be conducting some inspections and maintenance on the Prescott Reservoir. Water pressure could be impacted in some areas of the water system, but normal water pressure will return once maintenance is completed, and the goal is to have all of that done by Thursday.
In 6 days, Oregon lawmakers will meet daily for the 2025 legislative session. Governor Tina Kotek telling media that affordable housing will once again be a top priority. House Bill 2138 would allow for denser home building in cities. Kotek says the bill would reduce the amount of red tape that developers have to go through. and incentivize developers to build a variety of affordable housing options.
Building affordable or accessible housing is often at the discretion of the housing developer, and it's not always an easy choice for them to make given the challenges. So this bill is about choice, it's about affordability.
The House Republican Caucus of Oregon also issuing a statement on affordable housing, promoting 9 different House and Senate bills. We'll keep you updated as all of these bills move further along.
Tonight, Oregon U.S. Senator Jeff Merkley is hosting a live forum following President Trump's joint address to Congress. It will be live on both Facebook and YouTube for all Oregonians to attend. For links to submit questions and join the live stream, you can head to kdrv.com.
California state workers are
continuing to follow a lawsuit against the city of Grants Pass for its homeless restrictions.
This morning, Disability Rights Oregon and Oregon Law Center are still waiting for an extension to prevent homeless people from being punished from camping on city property. That first restraining order was granted on February 3rd, with an extension granted on the 17th. Today will be the 7th day since the restraining order has been in effect, and there's now been a lapse. There's been a request for an additional extension until a preliminary injunction can be heard.
That preliminary injunction is asking the court to not allow the city to create their 2 new camping sites. Instead, it asks the city to wait until the lawsuit is settled to add any camping sites so they can extend the options.
Under a crime alert, 2 20-year-olds have been arrested in connection to the death of a 23-year-old. On Thursday, the Klamath Falls Police Department responded to the shooting of Jai Jackson. He died from his injuries after being given life-saving measures. The 2 suspects were seen running away from the shooting, and both were taken into custody on Saturday and are in Klamath County Jail this morning. More details can be found on our website.
A massive search is underway for a missing 2-year-old boy who hasn't been seen since Saturday. Dane Paulson was last seen playing in his front yard in the Siletz area in Lincoln County. At this point, foul play has been ruled out, but the concern is that Dane could have wandered into the nearby river. His family says he loves the water but can't swim yet. And right now, Lane County Search and Rescue is working with Lincoln County Search and Rescue, as well as local police departments and even the FBI, trying to find any traces of Dane. The community is also out searching. They held a vigil for Dane and vowed to not give up until he's found.
Been physically hard, but nothing compared to what the family's going through, and our hearts go out to them, and the community has just stepped up so much.
Lincoln County Sheriff's Office also setting up a tip line for anyone who spots Dane. That number can be found on our website.
The Eagle Point Police Department, along with other local law enforcement agencies, are teaming up for Speed Awareness Month. With the partnership from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, grant funding will be used to have more officers on the road to watch for speeders. So as you head out this morning, be sure to pay attention to those posted speed limits, especially within school zones.
We're going to check in with gas prices around the region. A gallon of gas has risen by 2.7 cents in the last week. That's according to Gas Buddy. Josephine and Jackson counties are seeing gas prices at around $4 a gallon. Curry and Lake County are around $3.80. And Klamath County continues to have the cheapest gas in our region at $3.70. Siskiyou County residents are seeing around $5 at the pump. The Oregon state average currently sits at around $3.69.
With the House budget calling for $2 trillion in cuts, people are asking if this will impact food assistance. The Ashland Community Food Bank says if we see a reduction of SNAP and WIC programs, this can drastically increase need. And demand already spiked 100% when COVID relief benefits ended. 2024 data from United Ways says nearly half of working households struggle to afford basic needs in Oregon. The food bank warns that program cuts could leave many more hungry.
Today, the Rogue Valley Growers and Crafters Market is returning in Ashland. It's the 38th annual season and will open at 8:30 this morning outside of Science Works Museum. The market offers homemade and artisan goods, foods, and crafts for more than 150 vendors. The market will also return to Medford on Thursday. For more details, you can head to our website, kdrv.com.
And if you're already looking ahead to this weekend, we have a sweet surprise for you. The Oregon Chocolate Festival is coming back to Ashland for another year. The chocolate festivities will take place from Friday to Sunday at the Ashland Hills Hotel. Attendees can expect a wide variety of chocolates from different chocolatiers across the country, as well as many other activities such as the Wonka Chocolate Festival Contest and wine tasting.
Showers are becoming more widespread as we're heading throughout our morning, but as we're heading throughout the day, they will diminish as we're heading into the afternoon, into the evening, and it is looking like we're seeing a dry night ahead for us. But back to today, your high temperatures are going to be in the 50s as we're over into our west side valleys, into the upper 40s for the coast, mid 40s for your west side areas, and into Northern California, upper 40s into the lower 50s for the day. Now, like I mentioned, we will see this system wrap up today, but we're tracking another coming in for our Wednesday. We'll break that down for you coming up in about 7 minutes.